Am I the a-hole for insisting my fiancé include my daughter in our wedding? I, 45 have a daughter, Polly, from an earlier relationship. I parted ways with my ex-wife on friendly terms, and we share equal custody of Polly. She is now 11. After my split from my ex-wife, I met my current fiancé, Sharon. Sharon and my daughter got along really well. 5 years into my relationship with Sharon, I proposed. Sharon was thrilled and wanted to begin planning immediately. She checked out venues and started asking her friends to be bridesmaids. She then mentioned she wanted her niece to be a flower girl. I had no issue with this, but I also expressed my wish for Polly to be a flower girl. Sharon gave me a strange look and said she didn't think Polly would suit the role. I was upset and told Sharon that my daughter would be part of our wedding. Sharon grew irritated and stated that deciding on the girls in the wedding was her prerogative and Polly wouldn't be included. I responded by telling Sharon that if Polly wasn't involved in the wedding, there might not be a wedding at all. I stormed off and took Polly out for ice cream. Polly knows about our upcoming marriage and mentioned she believed she would look lovely in whatever dress Sharon chooses, which broke my heart. I decided to message Sharon, telling her I'd be staying at a friend's place to think things through. My mother-in-law texted me, saying I was overreacting and that my daughter didn't have to be in the wedding, implying I was an ass for suggesting I'd cancel. So, did I go too far by threatening to cancel? Am I overreacting or just trying to be a responsible dad? Relevant comments. Did you offer any alternatives to the flower girl role? I expressed that I wanted her included in the wedding in some capacity. I wanted her to be part of our day, not just sitting with the guests while we walk down the aisle. Fiancé said it would be best if she sat with my parents. Many have suggested making her a junior bridesmaid, but my fiancé still declines. I told my fiancé that she will be involved in the wedding, and if that means she has to be a groomsman, then so be it. Fiancé got upset, saying she's not a boy, and that my side is only for guys. She refused my request to have a father-daughter dance with Polly, which is why I'm reconsidering the whole wedding. Sharon and I are going to talk tonight, and hopefully she will provide a full explanation. Has Polly ever said anything about Sharon treating her poorly? Polly has never expressed any concerns about Sharon treating her badly. I have never witnessed anything between them, so this was very unexpected. Interestingly, Sharon never had an issue with Polly until wedding discussions began. They have always been really close, so her reaction surprised me for sure. I would have never proposed if Polly wasn't comfortable. I fully understand where you're coming from. I do think it's odd that I haven't noticed any signs. I've talked to Polly and asked her to let me know if anything has ever happened. Polly can't recall a single instance where Sharon was mean to her. Could race, weight, or disability be a factor in this? Yes, I made this post late last night and I'm just now reading all the comments. My daughter is not disabled. She is in the average weight range for an 11-year-old, and all of us involved are white. OP also clarifies that his fiancé is 39 years old. Update. Had a conversation with her mom this morning because I wanted Polly to stay with her until this was sorted out. Her mom said she hopes it goes well and mentioned I could stay with her and Polly if needed. She said Polly always comes home without anything negative to say, so we aren't sure where this is coming from. Update. Thank you all for the kind words and suggestions. To answer a few questions, my daughter is not disabled, overweight, or going through an awkward phase, braces, glasses. I did ask if Polly could be a groomsman, and Sharon immediately dismissed the idea. Sharon is 39, and she's the same race as my daughter. This is her first marriage. I tried to reply to as many comments as possible. I came home to discuss things with Sharon today. When I pulled into our driveway, my mother-in-law was sitting in her car. I got out and went inside, trying to avoid talking with her. Sharon was sitting at the kitchen table, and I joined her. She remained silent, so I asked the main question: why doesn't Polly fit the role, and why don't you want her in the wedding at all? Her response absolutely stunned me. She quietly said, I was hoping that after the wedding you could become a holiday visit only dad. I didn't want her in the wedding so she wouldn't be in the photos around the house since she wasn't going to be around often. I remained calm, gently took her hand, and removed my engagement ring. Her eyes started to fill with tears, and she said we shouldn't end our marriage over this and that she could change. I told her the damage was already done. I informed her that I expected her belongings to be moved out by next week and that she could collect them when my daughter wasn't home. The house is in my name, and I paid for it. I was allowing her to take the furniture she purchased. She stormed out, and my mother-in-law knocked on the door, claiming I was being unreasonable. I couldn't imagine only seeing my daughter 3 or 4 times a year. The fact that Sharon wanted me to give up part of my custody shocked me. I'm sitting on my couch, just in disbelief. Our honeymoon was supposed to be in Hawaii. It seems that Polly and I will be going instead. I will update everyone if anything changes. Update. Hello everyone. Thank you for all the kind comments and suggestions for Hawaii. Hawaii. We arrived a few days ago, and Polly is already having an amazing time. If you have any cool recommendations, please drop them in the comments. As for my ex-fiancée, she has attempted to contact me, wanting to resolve everything, saying she only did it because her mom desired pure grandchildren. I still don't care. If she truly cared for my daughter and me, she wouldn't have followed her mother's wishes. Sharon has called my workplace to try and reach me, and she has even shown up several times to attempt to speak with me. I've instructed my supervisor to simply ask her to leave. She has even gone so far as to message my ex-wife a few times, trying to find out why her calls aren't getting through to me. When she learned that we were in Hawaii, she was furious. I'm still friendly with her brother, and he informed me that she and her mom were planning to buy plane tickets. If that happens, I will likely file a restraining order. Polly has asked what happened between Sharon and me, and I explained that we come as a package deal, and Sharon only wanted me, so I couldn't leave her. Polly understood, though I sensed she was a little disappointed. I know this update is brief, but it's all I have for those inquiring. Relevant comments. Did your former future brother-in-law have any insights about Sharon and his mother's actions? She and her brother aren't very close and grew up in separate homes since my ex Mill and FIL are divorced. Her brother and dad are pretty great though. We went and had drinks a few days after the chaos with Sharon and her mom. Update. I realized I hadn't provided an update. Polly and I had an incredible time in Hawaii, and she's already talking about wanting to return. It turns out when my ex-fiancée and her mom attempted to purchase tickets, the airlines were sold out. Instead, they decided to leave piles of letters at my door. There were maybe 50 envelopes filled with pages about how I need to take Sharon back. I honestly didn't read through all of them and discarded most. So far, I've coincidentally run into Sharon at grocery stores and gas stations and completely ignored her. She tried to attend my daughter's Meet the Teacher night, but since she didn't have a child there, she wasn't permitted to enter. According to what I've gathered from her brother and dad, she already has a new boyfriend and just wants to get back at me now. As for myself, I've placed a restraining order on Sharon. I noticed some comments asking if I would consider dating again. Let's just say I took my ex-wife with me to Hawaii, and we decided to give it another shot. Overall, I'd say I don't anticipate hearing from Sharon or her mother again. And now, my ex-wife has moved back in with my daughter and me. Thank you all so much for your support during this period.